Only got real what's round them. Only got... It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. Don't really need down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. I put it in 10, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. The defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Jones now. Off play action. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And now out comes Houston. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. On 2nd down now, it's Cole. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. On 3rd down, Cole. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. So much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're
Colts come after it, and they block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. An early special teams wake-up call there, their first drive, and they have the punt block.
And obviously they were giving the ball up, but that's not the way it's supposed to conclude. That ball's supposed to be downfield, better field position for your defense to work off of. Instead, you've given up a momentum play, and now you've got the other side excited.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, 33 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They run the counter. It's Cole.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run the counter. Cole. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. On second down, it's Cole. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Watson on third down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46.
Let's go.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Out of the gun, Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Watson now to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And here are the Colts offensive starters.
And last night we were discussing some of the changes they've made offensively during the offseason, and we know it helps for them to have the first game at home. Hopefully this crowd, which we saw coming in, they've been here for a while, ready to go. You and I should have joined the tailgates, that's for sure. They're going to give them plenty of encouragement. They'll try and ride that wave and get their first victory of the year.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
And a manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Now Jones. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they tell their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A shotgun snap for Watson.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 2nd down now, it's Cole. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Right back to him on first down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. Understandable we're going to see some of this first game of the year and a penalty.
Yeah, we are, and don't forget the emotion of it all as well. I mean, they've been building to this crescendo the entire offseason, so we maybe see some of this in the early part of the game.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. They got a man. It's Woods. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 39. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On first down, Cole busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. On second down, it's Cole down to the 30 after a gain of 3. The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. To throw is Watson. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Marlon Mack now heading back out there. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, second quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it, and often, in order to get maximum out of him. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see. You're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume here. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former 3rd-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Jones operating from the gun. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. But at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him. Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Hines. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Jones off the bootleg. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. On first down, Jones.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
To throw again on second down, Jones. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That'll put him at an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half. And it's a first down. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Here's Hines. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Watson off play action. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The Texans on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Watson, this one into the hands of Burton. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Marlon Mack now heading back out there. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggles, still winning here in the 2nd quarter. They run the counter. Hines. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Ebron's got it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. Jones now throwing on 1st down. Ebron with it over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Let's go, defense.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Completes this one to Meredith. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Jones toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives? So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done. Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. They are in the second quarter down in Miami. The Bills have taken an early lead against the Dolphins. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, here's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Watson, and he fires one, but incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
This is taken at the 18. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3. Big grip.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 41.
On 2nd and 9. Jones. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On 1st down, it's Hines. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 8. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Houston. That a 92-yard kick return. And the Texans get a bit closer. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So he fielded the kick at the 8 and never looked back. A great return all the way to the end zone. 92 yards all told. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He is hoping to find the end zone for a third time, and we sit now in the third quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
Now a carry from Mack. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Now third down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Jones to throw on third down. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Off the play fake. Jones. Ebron caught left side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So first and 10 now in Houston territory, down at the 33. Here's Marlon Mack. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
70, Indy.
On second down and 4, Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Point after, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. That's fielded in the end zone.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
Let's go.
Jones now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Now Jones off the play fake. Got an open man. It's Fumagalli. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Jones now on 3rd down. This to Hines on the drop-off. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Hopkins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's Watson from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys who try and wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
On the stop, Breeland speaks.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 4-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Set 50, plant. Oh, you got deep? Double tight, guys, double tight. 45.
Staying on the ground with Mack. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. The Colts on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is fielded at the 27. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson, the throw taken in by Cole. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again is Watson. Looking for the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. So they did not bring pressure, and turns out probably a bad idea.
Yeah, he had time to stand in the pocket and deliver a strike. So I'm wondering if they're going to note that, and next time just go ahead and bring that pressure.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw again. And it's caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 14-yard touchdown as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Extra point attempt to come here. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And the Colts coming out now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And down he'll go at the 25. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Let's go, team.
On 2nd and 9. Jones. Wide open receiver complete. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Catch made here by Campbell. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
50's the mic. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
They'll run here with Mack. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Jones gets it to Meredith, complete. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
They'll run here with Mack. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now Jones to the end zone, but it's incomplete. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run with Hines. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Watson now to throw. He's going to fire one deep. He's got a man complete. It's a gain of 33 as we ironically approach 3:33 remaining in the quarter.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Out of the gun, Watson. He's got Burton here. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And finding the tight end Hooper. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Jones signaling, let's go, trying to get his guys up to the line. He'll check this down to Hines. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. On 2nd down now, it's Mack. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. They go right back to Mack. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Watson and the Texans now down by a field goal, 23 seconds to go. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll look to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with